whatever happens in Europe, we will continue to need a manufacturing base in Europe for volume cars as well as premium cars, or trucks, or vans, or buses. So I don't think there should be any fear that we evolve towards a situation where all manufacturing would move out of Europe. That's almost a scenario which is hard to imagine. We fortunately see the early signs of some recovery. I mean, if you look at the past, 3-4 months in 2013, we saw at least, a pickup of sales versus last year. We know in general for 2013 it's still not what it should be, especially negatively affected by, you could say, bad sales in the beginning of last year. But we are really hopeful that for next year we're going to see, a continuing positive trend, clearly in line with the expected GDP growth in Europe. We clearly see that our manufacturers here in Europe have great potential to continue growing by expanding globally. Clearly, when we look at global sales, we expect it to grow also next year. But the growth will come primarily from Asia, and then of course within Asia, from the I would say the emerging markets, China, India, Indonesia, Thailand, where we have markets with lots of growth potential, especially if you know that half of the world's population is in Asia. But also the United States, which continues now to grow again after some difficult time. What we see on the discussions with the US, that within the business community, so the automobile industry, both in the US as well as in Europe, are both committed really to make progress here, because they see the potential value for both parties, which could come out of this. Let's not forget, if you look at sales and production coming out of Europe and US today, you would bring that together, we talk about around 30-35% of the total market. So together, if we could succeed in making this FTA a reality for both markets, this could have an enormous impact on our contribution to world sales and world production for the automobile sector. When you look at trade between Europe and Japan, we currently in Europe have an import duty of 10% on cars imported from Japan. We are not eager to give up the tariffs we currently have in place if we do not see tangible progress on regulatory convergence, which would help to eliminate these non-technical barriers which exist for the industry in Japan.